Hello, Frank Steele here again, Scoutmaster Lite on YouTube. I often get parents whose sons have just crossed over into Boy Scouts asking, what should I get my son for backpacking? So this time I'm going to cover the big three: your backpack, your sleep system, and your tent. One of the backpacks I often recommend to boys who've just crossed over is the Teton Sports Scout 3400. 3,400 cubic inches isn't considered a lot, but most of these boys, that's enough for the weekend trips up until they're 13 or 14 years old. This pack is adjustable, so it'll serve them up until they're that age or a little beyond. And if you take off all the extraneous straps and compression lines and everything, you can get this down to 4 pounds. So your goal is a backpack that's between 3,400 and 4,000 cubic inches and under 4 pounds. Alps Mountaineering makes a good one called the Orizaba 3900, and if you go to scoutdirect.com and sign up as a scouter, you get 45% discount on all the Alps Mountaineering gear. Next, sleep system. This is a sample of a synthetic bag. It's only 2.5 pounds, a Marmot Pounder Plus. It's rated 30 degrees, but it'll really only keep your son warm to about 40 degrees. Keep in mind, any synthetic bag that you get is probably overrated by at least 10 degrees. But synthetic bags are nice for younger scouts because if they get them wet, they still keep them warm. Down bags are lighter and pack smaller, but if you get them wet, they lose all their insulation ability. I got this off of eBay for about $80. Ideally, you want to keep your son's sleeping bag under 4 pounds. The closer to 3 pounds you can get, the better. Alps Mountaineering makes a Clear Lake. It's about $50 and weighs 2 pounds 11 ounces for a 35 degree bag, so to keep your son warm down to like 45 or 50. And they make a 20 degree bag that's 3 pounds 5 ounces. It's about $60. It'll keep your son warm probably down to 32 or 35 degrees. No bag will keep your son warm, however, unless you've got some kind of insulation. Some of them may want to tough it out and sleep right on the ground, but the ground will suck the heat right out of them. Here I have a Therm-a-rest Zlite, $25, 14 ounces. It's got 14 panels, each panel's an ounce, so if you want to save your son a few ounces, cut off a couple of panels. Therm-a-rest also makes something called the Ridge Rest. It's another good pad, probably not as thick as this pad. You can have these, find these for $20 to $25, and they're about the same weight. And last but not least is a tent. Ideally, you're going to have a 2-man tent, and your son will be sharing a tent with somebody. They'll split the poles, the fly, and the tent itself. I recommend something like a Eureka Pinnacle or any of the Eureka backpacking 2-man tents that are about 5 pounds. If you want to go a little lighter, you can find an Alps Mountaineering a Lynx. It's going to be right at 5 pounds, and it's about $100 with the discount. Or you can go with a Zephyr, which is about 4 pounds 10 ounces. So if you split that with 2 boys, they each get about 2.5 pounds. So there you go. That's what you can take on your first few trips. This equipment's not too expensive. You can outfit your boys, even buying a tent for them. If you split the tent with another family, $160, but your troop may have tents they can share. My troop had some 8.5 pound Coleman tents. Those aren't really ones you want to take backpacking. So there you have it, trying to save some money, and make sure you have your boys pack as light as they can. The last thing you want to see is a 70 or 80 pound boy out on the trail with a 35 or 40 pound backpack.